Hi, welcome to another live streaming of RuckSackHack, hack number 8, Vetpreneur. This term is just being everywhere lately. I mean, the first time I heard about it is when I actually transitioned. So, a vetpreneur. What is a vetpreneur? To me, it's a veteran who is now an entrepreneur. But what about people that are actually still in the military that are already predisposed to starting a business? Could they be considered a vetpreneur? I suspect yes. Because I already had a business before I joined the Army, so I just kept my business active and all this 15 years, and when I retired, that just was something I knew I could go back to. So probably if you're listening to this podcast and you're in the military, if you can start a business and just keep it, it could be a side hobby, but you never know when you actually transition that could become your job. The unemployment rate in today's employment market for veterans is very high. So if you can have an option where you can actually create a job, not just for yourself, but for maybe your fellow veterans and other job seekers, to me, that's a win-win situation, and that's what a vetpreneur can do. Can you name some popular entrepreneurs that are veterans and the companies that they created? I know the one that you're probably thinking about is FedEx. That's correct. Was a veteran that actually created FedEx, which is a very successful company. All right, so prior to the show, I was doing some research and try to figure out what the best resource out there that covers this subject matter, vetpreneur. And I ran into a slide deck from another veteran, as a matter of fact, a vetpreneur, a real vetpreneur, by the name of Deanna Warwood. And this slide deck was on SlideShare. SlideShare, as you know, is part of the LinkedIn family. So what I like to do is kind of to show you a little bit of definition. All right, so I'm gonna go through this slide deck, and you kind of can see why it's very important, both from a historical perspective to our current situation, why veterans are actually well suited to be entrepreneurs. All right, so like I said, this is Deanne Warwood, the veterans coach. You can check her out. She's a radio show host, a veteran, and does a lot of marketing also. So based on her slides that was posted on SlideShare, why veterans make the best entrepreneurs. So first off, as you can see here, it says the vetpreneurs, they're the competencies. All right, so we're going through that. Obviously, this is Diane. What is a vetpreneur? A vetpreneur, right there, you can read that. Desire, determination, dedication, drive, discipline. This is a study. There's the Marine captain that started FedEx. Okay, so you kind of get the idea. Historical perspective. Malcolm Stephen Forbes. Did you know that? Sergeant Dave Thomas, the Wendy's, and so the list goes on. Okay, according to Diane Warwood, there are 9 competencies of business: entrepreneurship thinking, vision, business planning, marketing, salesmanship, managing your operations. So what I'll try to do for this show is get Diane to do a live show with us at some point. but you kind of get the idea. So there have been veterans, there were entrepreneurs that have started hugely successful companies, brand names that you're aware of, FedEx, Wendy's, and such. But today, what are we going to do as post 9/11 veterans in an environment where the unemployment rate is very high for veterans? However, we are predisposed to start businesses to not only help our veteran brothers and sisters, but also help the other folks that are out there looking for jobs. So this is another way that you can serve after you serve in the military. You can serve by learning how to be an entrepreneur, starting some businesses, and hiring some people to improve the employment. Statistics right now actually indicate that the graduation rate, while high, does not necessarily lead to unemployment. In fact, the class of 2016 has, from recent statistics, about 13% unemployment rate. And then if the civilian population has that high of an unemployment rate, the veteran community probably has double that. Okay, just going off of the fact that typically veterans have a harder time getting jobs after they transition out. So according to that Deanna Warwood, the best transition is actually being a vetpreneur, owning your own business. But again, it's not for everybody. I always put that caveat. Being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. It's very, very time consuming, but I believe veterans already have the skill set to be successful as vetpreneurs. Follow us to get more. This is Captain Luther Waller.